Hi beautiful, hope you're well. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I wanted to do a rustic orange look which matches my top. Actually, the inspiration for this look is this top right here. I thrifted this a couple of months ago, but I have not worn it yet, mainly because of the quarantine obviously, and also there's really nowhere for me to go apart from supermarket. So yeah, I've quickly zoomed you guys in just for you to see what's the haps on my face. I have two eyeshadow palettes that I actually wanted to play with because it has that rustic brick orange shade. So the first one is this Fenty Beauty Snap Shadow, and this is in 3, and I really like this orange shade right here, so we're going to incorporate that. And also I figured the Sinopia palette from Mellow Cosmetics would be a perfect pair with the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow because you have all the warm tones in there. I'm going to start out with applying a lip tint on my lids. I know it's strange instead of a concealer, but I really want the orange to pop. So this is the lip tint that I got from Peri Para. Oh, it's going to stain my lids, but it's okay. This makes for a nice base for the eyes, and also this feels very velvety soft. I have not done this before. I've only ever applied this product right here on my cheek and it seems to work out fine, but for the lids, never. So this will be interesting. And also I filmed a video last night using the Jackie Aina eyeshadow palette, and oh my goodness, it stained my lids. I'm going to dip into this shade right here, and that one is called Fear Free, and I'm going to pack that on top of the base that we applied. And then I am going to pick up a different brush to blend the edges off, so it will look something like that. I feel like cutting the crease later on, so before we do that I am going to go and use the shade called Brick and just apply that on top of the crease. I want it to be a little bit more pigmented because we are going to end up cutting the crease anyway. And also it's a nice toned down orange from the Fenty Beauty. I know it looks crazy, but it will come together. And for the outer V, I am going to go and use a little bit of Sinopia, which is that one, with the same brush, and kind of apply that on the outer part of the lid so we have a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to dip a little bit in Merlot with the same brush once again, just for that added depth. And then we are going to cut the crease, which is the exciting part. I'm actually going to use the Juice Beauty Jelly Shadow, and this one is in the shade Mimosa, to cut the crease. It has a little bit of shimmer, but it will help for our eyeshadow to stick. Oh, that doesn't really show up. Okay. We're gonna resort back to the concealer technique. So just a little bit of concealer. And for the space in there, I'm going to pick up this shade called Cinnamon from the Sinopia palette. It's a nice copper shade. So I'm going to go back to Sinopia to blend the edges, so we don't have a harsh line. And then I'm going to just quickly fix the glitter. I really want to put a little bit of gold. I found this Physicians Formula butter highlighter, and this one is in the shade Champagne because it has a nice gold tone to it. I'm going to pop that on top of the copper shade that we use, so we have a little bit of gold, and it will break that shade away from too much warmth that we have. Then I'm going to go back to the eyeshadow brush that we use to apply Sinopia. I'm just gonna use my finger to sort of clean up the brow area, because we definitely brought it all the way up. And then I'll just quickly apply my mascara and false lashes. I finally managed to put on my lashes. The lashes that I use is from the Creme shop, and this is the number 415. I love this because it's very fluttery, it's very lightweight, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable, and I find that I don't even need to cut it at all. I have already primed my face with a moisturizer earlier before, so I'm going to apply my NARS foundation. I've spoken about this foundation before, and I've kind of fallen back in love with the foundation. I know it's very thick, but I do honestly love the finish that it gives, especially now that my skin is looking a little bit rough and textured. Like, I have been breaking out for no reason. I have no idea why. So this helps with the coverage. I am going to blend it out with a sponge right here. I can't wait till I purchase a new sponge, because this Morphe sponge is not the best. It's not my favorite. The texture reminds me of the Carousel sponge that I used to love, but that one is a lot softer than this. I mean, if you freshly wash this, it feels kind of soft, but as you take out the excess water from the sponge, it feels very uncomfortable, and it feels like you're beating your face, literally. For concealer, I have this Australis Fresh and Flawless concealer. I am seriously just trying to use up this concealer. It's such a good concealer because you could pile this on underneath or on top of your powder. The formula is creamy, but it's not very like heavy or drying on the under eye, and it gives me a pretty decent coverage. Could go for another layer because I feel like my bags are showing. And for translucent powder, I'm just going to use my ColourPop No Filter setting powder. I've mixed in a little bit of RCMA powder in here as well because mine is running low. So basically I'm just using the container to put my other loose powder. It's a little bit messy, but it does the job. For bronzer today, I have the Sephora powder bronzer. I think I've only used this once or twice in the video, but this one smells like perfume, like a mixture of musky perfume and a little bit of floral. I quite like this because it's a very neutral bronzer. Like, you could get away with using this as a contour powder as well because it's so neutral. And since we have a lot of warmth going on our eyes, I don't want to take that away. And for blush today, another like orangey kind of shade. This is a little bit more brighter than usual, so this is again a Sephora brand, and this is called the Colorful Shimmer, but this has more of a sheen rather than a shimmer. And I'm going to pop that on my cheek just a teeny tiny bit for added color. For highlighter, I have busted out my Makeup Max Skin Halo Diamond Dust highlighter, and this one is in the shade Solid Gold. I figured that this will be perfect with the eye look that we have going on. It has a little bit of like a rose gold undertone, which I figured would go well with the makeup today. And again, this is one of the highlighters that I've truly dipped my brush into so many times. As you can see, there's like a divot right there already. So for inner corner highlight, I am going to use the same brush, the same highlighter, and pop that over here. And for lower lash line, I don't think I will even do anything at all. I'll just pick up the brush that I used before, tap the excess, and kind of softly run that along the lower lash line. So whatever excess product we have, that's all we're gonna use. And I think that should be it, because everything is already pretty much monochromatic. I want the drama more on the top lid rather than the lower lash line as well. So a little bit of mascara. For lips today, I have the lip liner in Mahogany. This is from Jordana Cosmetics. I recently discovered this and I love it because it's that like maroon brown, which is perfect for contouring. And then I have the Maybelline Color Sensational Lipstick Rouge Love, and this is in the shade 060. And it's a perfect tone to go with the eye look today. So I'm just going to quickly apply that on my lips. And here is my final makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know down below what you think of this look. I totally forgot to put the glitter on the lid, but I feel like I kind of like the lid as is because it has a little bit of dimension and I don't want it to be a little bit too much. I also love these lashes. I forgot where I purchased them from. I think I purchased them from Shop Miss A like a long time ago, and unfortunately they're not in stock. So anything with a similar style, and probably you can find some on Amazon. So yeah, let me know if you want to see another makeup look or favorites or challenge. I'm more than happy to do that. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.